the steroid thing, obviously people got a problem with. I'm going to do my best to unpack what I think is a nuance here, but I need to caveat with, I don't fucking know anything about this shit. So you're going to have to give me a little bit of an education. But when people hear steroids, what I think they think of is Arnold Schwarzenegger. They think of like, you bought steroids in like a back alley, you're jabbing it in your ass, and like, let's see what happens. That is like maybe one extreme. We'll call it like the back alley steroid use. Then there is what I think has become socially more understood, acceptable, and maybe talked about, which is like this hormone therapy stuff where people are like, yo, testosterone's down a shit ton over the last couple of decades. Why is that happening, and what can men do about it? And so that's maybe like the other end of the extreme. If you had to explain to people that don't understand a lot about steroids or hormones or whatever, like where are you on that spectrum in terms of what you've been doing? Is it just the hormone stuff? Is it somewhere in between? Like, how would you think of that spectrum?
Yeah. There's been times where it's been in between.
Okay.
And when I tried it in between, this is why I reached out to Derek and that coaching guy, because I needed help because my blood chemistries got fucked up, because my lipids got high, my liver enzymes got high. And I did have a clinician monitoring me the whole time. And so, but my clinician, I felt like wasn't as valuable. So I'm like, okay, let me get a second opinion. Let me get a third opinion. Let me figure this out. We came off of some of those other things, which were the Winstrol and the Nandrolone, and stayed on testosterone and growth hormone. And then everything looked pretty good. And so technically, I had somebody tell me the other day, hey man, don't tell people that you're on steroids, because what you're on is TRT and growth hormone. You're on HRT, you're on hormone. And I said, listen, do you know how I haven't been forthcoming. I haven't been honest. So what I need to do now is overshare. I've been on steroids. I'm on steroids now. You know, technically testosterone is a steroid. Growth hormone is not a steroid. It's a peptide hormone. For all intents and purposes, like these are PEDs, right? These are things that help us in the gym, help us to recover, help to build muscle, help to lose fat. Like there's no doubt that these things, you know, help with that.
So we draw the kind of line in the sand of like, the TRT, the growth hormone, that is more like hormone therapy type stuff that I think people are talking about. Many of the folks who have been talking about you take it, they openly share, you know, pros, cons, why they do it, whatever.
It's important to say that's HRT if it's managed in the normal
HRT,
range.
for those that don't know.
Hormone replacement therapy.
Okay.
If you're above the normal if it's super physiological, well, I think now you're talking like bodybuilder levels or something like that. You
just shoot yourself with a needle in the ass? Or like what what is the application process?
Well, I'm glad you're asking, because I think one of my sons actually asked mom that the other day. So growth hormone is right here in the stomach, or right here on the side. Just it's subcutaneous in the fat. And then once a week we do testosterone in the ass.
In the ass. And like you self-administer
in the ass cheek, just so you guys know.
And you're doing it yourself, or somebody's helping you? Like, how does that work?
Both, you know. Sometimes I might do it myself, you know. Sometimes I'm like, liver queen, not feeling real flexible today. Help me out a little bit.
And then when you do this, in one of the emails, I can't remember if it was the email or maybe one of the conversations, you said that you would take it before you went to work out, right? And so could people go and get this stuff, they do it, would their bodies change at all?
This is
like
really
if you
important.
Don't work out, what happens?
There's the overwhelming majority of people that are on hormone replacement therapy and TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, they still look like shit. You know, they might feel better, right? And they might look better. But most people, I mean, I guess it's important to know, if you think you're going to take that and you're going to look incredible, like you got another thing coming. I mean, there's a lot of work that has to go into it. So I would say, I don't know if you heard, but I'm going to peel all this stuff back. I'm not going to take it anymore.
You're going to go completely clean.
That's right.
What's going to happen to your body?
Well, this is, why I wanted to share this, because I hope you'll have me on in a year.
Yeah.
And I'll weigh 15 pounds less.
I'm going to be bigger than you.
you might be.
Get the TRT!
You might be. But, I mean, I know exactly how I looked before.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I bet if you saw me before, you'd probably be like, he looks pretty similar. Most people in the fitness industry know the difference. So we're talking about a 15-pound difference.
So you weighed, like, I think you said 175 at one point earlier, before you took this a year and a half ago or whatever, about 175, and now you're like 190, 200?
Yeah, I'm 195. So I probably am up to between 175 and 185-ish without anything.
So you lose 10, 15 pounds basically by coming off of it. And then
and just for the record, that's when I had reached out to get on growth hormone. I had been on some testosterone replacement therapy a couple of years prior.
And so when you reached out to these people, one of the things that when I saw all the emails, I saw Derek's thing, and I saw podcasts, I was like, oh shit, here we go. He's gonna go through the fucking ringer. And there's one or two paths that you can choose. You can either, no, that's not true, that's bullshit email, whatever, or you can just be like, yes, that's true, I'm sorry, right, which is the path you took. How many people did you email before Liver King became a thing? And the reason why that was one of my first thoughts was like, dude, this guy's been living like this for a year and a half, knowing there's fucking emails out there that disprove something that he is saying on some of the biggest podcasts in the world. So was it just Derek and this coach, or did you email like 200 people and everyone's stupid and didn't check their email?
200 people. No.
I was like, holy shit.
Just the two of them. Yeah.
Really? So just those two guys basically, or very small number of people that you emailed.
And I do want to make it clear, I don't think Derek did anything wrong. You know, I called Derek almost immediately, just say, thank you for doing this. I don't know what good will come of it, but thank you for doing this. I asked him how long it took to make such an incredible documentary. I was really impressed, actually, how he put it all together. I mean, the way that he went through the email and read everything I wrote, and the way he laughed at certain things, I'm like, oh, I would laugh at that too. When he laughed at it, I'm like, oh, I said that exactly. And I'm laughing at it too.
The emails are funny.
I agree.
Like, I don't know how you were writing them. I don't know if you were like ready to, put fucking TRT in your ass as you were doing some shit, but like they were hilarious.
Thank you. When he went over, I'm like, I said all that. And it's me to a T. I'm like, well, there's no disputing any of this now. And there's no doubt, like I also saw this as a path, to me be exactly who I need to be, to express who I actually am. I've been honest about everything else. That this one thing, this has been weighing on me for a long time. And so
did you like go to sleep and you're like, fuck, tomorrow may be the day they figure it out? Oh, no. Just like over the year and a half when you knew these emails were out there, or did you even forget that you'd sent them?
I know that a superpower that I have is focus and compartmentalizing. And so this is not a lingering thought that I had. Now, I referred to him as the clown coach, the other guy who I had reached out to. And I say that because he made a video saying that he refunded my money, that he was not technically my coach. So if he wasn't technically my coach, was there technically a breach of confidentiality? He's trying to pose these kind of rhetorical questions.
So you're like pretty sure he's the one who leaked this.
He admits it. Okay. He says, I'm the guy who leaked it. And I know right now he's trying to save face because he has all of his coaching clients saying, hold on, you're going to leak my information? You're telling me that what we exchange is not confidential? And so...
is it clout chasing to some degree?
I don't know.
Like he wants to be the guy who like outed you, or is it just like all press is good press? Like what do you think is going on?
I'm not really sure, but I just want to make it clear because we're being honest about everything.
Yeah.
He did not refund my money, and I'm not asking for a penny back. Actually, okay.
How much do you think you paid him?
It was probably like $5,000 or $6,000.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, listen, I don't need a penny back, and he was my coach. And he did send those emails to somebody else. Again, I think what he did, there's some issues there. What Derek did to bring all the information forward, I don't think Derek did anything wrong. And there's so many silver linings that have come from this.